Hi, this is Bruce Himmelblau, and
Good morning, Dave Verbeten.
so we are B.A.D Business Live, and B.A.D stands for Bruce and Dave, B.A.D. So we're talking about, we cover business and business development as well as marketing for your group and for small businesses. And we're kind of revisiting a topic because you had a big seminar last Wednesday, workshop.
Right. So what we want to do is take some excerpts from that seminar. The seminar itself was on time management, which is really self-management, because it's often coined as time management, but the fact is none of us can manage time.
Right, because you all have exact number of seconds in a day.
It's we can't ask Congress, it wouldn't get through there anyway, but we can't ask Congress to legislate a longer day. It's not going to happen. So, and it's frankly, impossible in the universe. So
Actually, if you lived on Mars, it's possible.
well, let's not go there.
Okay.
Okay. So, so in other words, it's really self-management. And so we're going to take something out of what we did on Wednesday. So here's where we want to go. Our process, the 7-step process, the first step is download. I don't want to go into that right now because that'll take up too much time. But the download is just where you, at the end of every day and at the end of every week, you examine what your goals are. And okay, so therefore, what do I have to do tomorrow?
Right.
Okay, and then at the end of the week, well, okay, so what's my master list for the full next week? Now, you got the list. Now, more often than not, people aren't making lists, number one. Number two, if they make a list, it's in 6 different areas, right? And so then it's kind of like, I know I wrote that down someplace, but where did I put that?
So then you also a tendency of overscheduling your day because, okay, I've got this list that covers 12 hours and this list that covers 16 hours and this list that covers 4 hours. And now you've got, 32 hours in your day.
Yeah, and to be honest, folks, most folks don't time block their to-do list. So there's not a conscious effort that's been made about how long each one of those, we'll call them important items, are actually going to take. And not to mention distractions. So let me comment on a couple of things first. And if you don't mind, I'm going to go to my little digital board here. First and foremost, before you can rank, I mean, just think about this. Before you can rank, and I apologize, at moments I'm looking down at my screen, before you can actually rank, I hope I'm writing is big enough. Oops. Before you can actually rank, I mean, look, you have to have some criteria for ranking, right? So I have to have criteria. Criteria can therefore lead to setting priorities, but let me come back to criteria. Where does criteria come from? Well, I actually have to have goals first, because goals will, let me get it down. There we go. Goals will dictate what your criteria are. Then we can start to set priorities. So just whether you want to consider this to be spaghetti or step by step, the fact is, in order to rank, you got to have these guys. Oops. You got to have these guys, which require goals, and therefore it leads to priorities.
And who sets those goals, you or the client?
Well, the client is in the mix of work to do, right? So we actually set the goal.
So goals is basically overarching who your business is, what your business does, and what your goals are to accomplish in your existence as a business.
Yes, I mean it's where we want to be at some time in the future. Building your business with clients and customers gets you there. So actually, a sub goal might be, if I'm going to get to that happy spot out there, then I need to sign 6 more clients in the next month.
So these are long-term goals as well as short-term goals.
As well as short-term goals. I mean, goals. Well, whatever. So anyway, this is the groundwork. Okay, so folks, just remember, if you're going to do a good job at time management, it requires criteria, which requires goals, and as a result of those two things, you can begin to set priorities.